Welcome to literary and jury charge practice. We'll start out, get warmed up with this narrative answer. Ready? Here we go. Jean said that she overheard them talking on the extension in the bedroom. Jean said that she did not walk by the bedroom just to spy on them, but to get a paper from her desk. Hilda was talking to somebody on the phone, and Hilda said to come over right away. Well, Jean said that she had gone back to bed until she heard a car come up. Then she looked outside and saw a man getting out of the car and coming up the walk. Hilda let him in, and Jean could hear their voices downstairs. Hilda was telling him that Jean had cashed the check and that she had stashed the money under the cookie jar on the kitchen counter. Jean told me that afterwards she asked Hilda what she meant by telling everybody that she had hidden the money. Then she told me that Hilda denied saying any such thing, and that they had a horrible fight about it. Hilda left in a huff and said that she was never coming back. Well, that story was nothing like what I heard from Peter. Peter said that he didn't know anything about the affair until the next day when he saw it on the news program on television. Peter is a close friend of both Hilda and Jean and doesn't know what to make of the whole affair. He is baffled, but wants to get to the bottom of it. All right, now for some jury charge practice. And we'll finish up the jury charge we had started previously. Ready? Here we go. The evidence must establish the truth of the fact to a moral certainty, a certainty that convinces and directs the understanding and satisfies the reason and judgment of those who are bound to act conscientiously upon it. However, if after canvassing carefully the evidence and giving the accused the benefit of reasonable doubt, you are led to the conclusion that the defendant is guilty, you should so declare by your verdict. You will arrive at your verdict by applying these rules of law to the facts as you determine them to be. All right, there were a few challenging words in that jury charge. We had conscientiously, and erroneous, so 2 words to add to your list of challenging words possibly. I don't know, I'm not aware of briefs, but I'm sure there are briefs for both of those words. But yes, I know challenging words. But definitely add those to your list of challenging words and words to practice. All right, let's get back to some literary material. All right, let's try this narrative answer. Ready? Here we go. I am basing most of my arson report on the remaining material. I have investigated hundreds of sites that produce their own story of what happened. The roof was completely burned in this area. The rafters of the ceiling remained, and I used the burn patterns in finding the point of origin. The heaviest burn patterns will be close to the area where the fire started. Then the burn pattern will diminish as it goes out from there. It is obvious when you see it. By the time I got there, the ceiling had a hole cut in it where the fire department had gone in and removed part of the roof in order to vent the fire. Now let's try this technical answer. Here we go. Ready? Then we were to install cleanouts at the ends of all drain pipes. Cleanouts also had to be installed at any points where the pipes made turns. Cleanouts are needed at the foot of each rise. When there is a horizontal run of 50 feet, then it is also necessary to install one. If the plug to a cleanout is going to be flush with the floor or other surface, the plugs must be countersunk. It is necessary to have the same type of cleanouts for any waste or soil pipes. The cleanout in question had been countersunk and was at the end of a 40-foot horizontal run. In fact, there was a proper drop in the 40-foot run. In my opinion, the cleanout had been installed properly. The drop should have been enough to take care of the drainage. All right, let's try some jury charge, and this is a new jury charge. The subject is negligence. Ready? Here we go. Members of the jury, the trial of this case has reached a point where it becomes the duty of the court to instruct you upon the principles of law for your proper guidance in rendering your verdict. You are not to attempt to decide this case. You are only to answer the questions regardless of what the consequences may be to the parties involved. This case is being submitted to you upon a special verdict in order for you to answer a question yes, you must be satisfied or convinced by the greater weight of the credible evidence that the answer should be yes. If you are not so satisfied or convinced, your answer to the question should then be no. Let's try this short technical paragraph. Ready? Here we go. You cannot see carbon monoxide and it has no color and no odor. Carbon monoxide is, however, present in exhaust fumes. Never drive if you smell the exhaust. Have your car checked immediately and have the condition corrected. If you run the engine while you are stopped, open the windows and adjust the air system to draw outside air into the car. Never run the engine while you are in a confined space. Some of the words in that technical that you may want to practice a little more. We had carbon monoxide, exhaust fumes, exhaust fumes. All right, let's get back to a little more jury charge practice. And again, the subject of this jury charge is negligence. Ready? Here we go. The law provides that a verdict in a civil case like this, agreed to by 5/6 or more of the jury, shall be sufficient. Each answer made by you shall be agreed to by at least 10 of the jurors. If you can do so, consistent with the duty each of you has as a juror, at least the same 10 jurors should concur in all the answers made. I ask you to be unanimous if you can, but if as to any question in the verdict your answer is not unanimous, then as to such answer the name of such dissenting juror or jurors should be written in the blank space at the foot of the verdict provided for that purpose. All right, now let's try just this very short technical answer or technical paragraph, I'm sorry. And let me give you some of the words in here. Combustible, pyrolytic, deteriorate. Let's give it a try. Ready? When prolonged heating is aimed against something combustible, we call that pyrolytic action. Anything that will burn is combustible. Pyrolytic action begins to deteriorate that combustible material and cause charring. If it is wood, it will form a charcoal film. Over a long amount of time, the pyrolytic action will break down the tissue of that wood so that it will ignite at possibly as low as 100 degrees. All right, and that will conclude our literary and jury charge practice.